I think for a long time I was so focused on my place in whatever profession I was at. I wanted to be known as one of the best, or I never wanted somebody to say that I didn't do a good job because of lack of effort or because we didn't put the time in or the research in to do it. I'm 52 now, and Laura and I have been married since '89 and started dating in '85. So we've been together a long time, and she's really helped me a lot be that balance. Encourages me to take up this little space here and make a mess and learn how to tie flies. I got into fly fishing about 3 years ago, and growing up in the West Texas, there's no rivers, there's no water, anywhere. And when you get on the river, it's just like all your troubles kind of like melt away. I mean, just the water rushing over the rocks, and then the ability to, throw a fly out there and catch a trout. It's like almost meditation, but you're working at it. I started fly fishing and then decided, well, why don't I start trying to learn how to tie fly? I'll probably never catch a fish on a fly tie because I'm not that good at it, but I watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to tie a fly. And maybe one of these days I'll be good enough that I'll take something and put it on the end of my line and catch a fish with it, but still trying to get to that point. But I think age, being 52 now and about to be 53 here in about a month. And you start looking back at your life and thinking, like, what did I do with my life? What was the most important thing in my life? And Lauren really has, helped me a lot, especially recently, focus on what's important in life. And family's very important to me, not just Lauren and I, but I mean our kids and our grandchildren and the people in the industry too. And I think, I've got to really balance that too between like my responsibility to the industry, because you can't have a vacuum or a void of leadership, and somebody's got to fill that spot. And you want somebody that has the heart for it, and somebody that has the knowledge about it and the education to support facts and to support theories. And it's kind of where I am now. I mean, just trying to figure out like what the end game is. I've got 15, 18 more years to figure out the end game, and hopefully I'll figure out the end game before I'm 70, but we're working on that right now. The wine industry is all or nothing. If you don't have a partner that's willing to go with you at the last minute, there's no way I could have gotten this industry without her doing it with me. But I think she saw too how hard the other type of farming I was doing, the row crop farming, and how it just it just got to be where it was just a job and a chore and so much worry. Whereas this, I mean, at least you get to interact with your customers, and she enjoys seeing that too. And our children have come to appreciate wine, and all the friends that we have appreciate wine, and to get some of our own wine and then have her use it as gifts, or to give people that do nice things for us. Like I was talking the other day about these guys that came with helicopters to save our fruit from a frost event. We did perfect, went right through it, and he was like, hey man, will you send me a case of the wine from the vineyard that we flew over all night? And I was like, 100%, send me your address, it's coming your way. All I know is that, it is hard. I think a lot of it too is that a lot of people go into this like really late in life. Like it's almost like it's that famous commercial where the guy says his financial advisor told him to start a vineyard, and he's like, a vineyard? Really? A vineyard? I mean, like it's freaking hard. And so a lot of people will plow their life savings into this vineyard business, and after their career's over with, thinking it's going to be pretty easy. And it's not. It's hard. It's a daily thing. I mean, you're looking at the weather just like you would any other crop every day. Things come that are unexpected. I think there's been a lot of people probably that have lost some of their life savings doing this towards the end of life. Whereas you see maybe somebody that's in their, like we did in our mid-30s, we basically just made a whole transition of our lifestyle to go to this. And kind of got in it slow. We didn't just like plow right into it. We kind of tested the water a little bit for 5 years before we decided that it was the right thing to do for us and our family. I wanted to be able to leave my kids something. And we're fighting for that every day, is to keep these vines healthy from whatever. The funny thing is people are like, I can't, you grow grapes in West Texas, whatever. Well, you know what? If you've ever paid attention to Champagne, it hails there like every year. And we put hailnet up 4 or 5 years ago because we could do it. We have the ability to do it. The technology's out there. Well, France had a law, they wouldn't let you do it. Well, 2 years ago, they legalized hailnet all across France. And guess what? There's hailnet all across France. I mean, like, So like I was really kind of proud that we took like technology that originated in Argentina, brought it to Texas, and then now they're using it in France. I mean, they tried everything in the world not to do it, but, we finally like kind of led, I mean, the industry in something. I mean, we were at the forefront of doing something that can save the crop and take some of that risk and some of that worry away. Being able to do things like that is probably the most satisfying thing for the industry. To be able to pioneer something and then see it work and come to fruition is probably, that's one of the most satisfying things about just being a great farmer.